Salve, salve meus nobres, mais um vídeo aqui no canal. No vídeo de hoje a gente vai trazer este joguinho Hitchhiker, acho que é assim que se pronuncia. Ele é um jogo, galera, de mistério. Ao longo da estrada a gente vai percorrendo aí, onde nosso objetivo é solucionar o quebra-cabeça da nossa própria história. Então algumas pistas vão surgir, alianças serão formadas e nada exatamente que parece. Esse daí é o prólogo aí de como vai ser o joguinho. Eu não vi nada sobre o jogo, tem mais delonga, bora lá.
Bora!
Tá bom. Bora seguir as estradas. É na estrada. Vamos aí. Será que essa é a nossa casinha? Opa, entramos. Entramos no carro. Ligamos o motor. Eita, o cara aqui. Ah, tá. Esse aqui é pra olhar ao redor, interagir. Cara das passas. Ah, tá. Tabaco de mascar. Tabaco Biston. Beleza. Abre a janela aí, ó.
So, where are you headed?
Pode, a gente tá indo.
Onde é que eu tô?
Encolher os ombros.
Not the talkative type, eh?
Não quero falar com bandeirantes com ninguém na frente das câmeras, tá bom?
That's okay. Most people I pick up are just waiting for their turn to talk. Want a raisin? They're from my farm.
Olha a fazenda lá, ó. Pegar uma passa aí, né? Por que não? Eita porra.
Eita, cuzão!
Ih, fudeu.
Guess those things don't agree with you yet. Strange. They're Thompson seedless. Good raisins. We still
Tá
farm
doido?
more of those in California than anywhere on Earth.
Aqui na Califórnia, né? Beleza, ó.
You want to know the clearest evidence that reality isn't real? Raisins and grapes, man.
Passas e uvas.
They're the same thing, but they taste disgusting when eaten together. Obvious bug in the program there, right?
Talvez.
Memory is a slippery thing. Think about when somebody asks you about this ride later, assuming you even know where you're going, and get someplace where somebody can ask you. Hey, how'd you get here anyway? They'll ask you.
Vão perguntar.
Oh, I hitched. And your brain will flash back for a second when you say this. And it'll show you a frozen snapshot of yourself, sitting in this car, talking to me like we are right now. But which moment will it actually show you? Will it be this one? Or this one? Or this one? We think we remember how people really were, how our lives together really were. But when we think back to them, even the people we cared about the most, all we're doing is snatching moments out of the air. Just grabbing another raisin out of the box.
Não, vou pegar de novo, não. Perguntar qual que é o lance dele com as passas.
I've spent a lot of time around raisins. They're like those dogs you see with wrinkles of skin falling over their eyes. Not the most handsome dogs. Basically helpless but lovable. My wife, she preferred grapes the way most people
Melhor
do.
mesmo.
She's dead now. But you probably guessed that.
Sinto muito pela sua perda.
Thanks. But you don't look like you're doing so well yourself.
Por causa dessa uva maluca que passa sua aí.
Takes one to know one, right?
É, sei lá.
I can always spot someone who's grieving along this highway.
Ih,
They
rapaz.
usually stand on the road with a dazed look on their face and their thumb up in the air.
Tô de luto pelo
Young
quê?
guy like you, I wouldn't have a clue.
Então, o que você lembra dela?
My wife? If I'm totally honest with you, I don't really remember what she looked like.
Ih, rapaz. Tá afetando a
Remember
neurônio já?
everything about her. Just not her face.
Ah,
Some people have faces that are easy to remember. Doesn't seem fair.
deveria se lembrar, né? Mas não vão falar no luto dela não, coitado.
Sure. It's not as easy as people think. I'll give you an example. You think you're present in the moment?
Eu tô aqui, eu acho.
You've been
ou
talking to
não.
me for a few minutes now. What color are my eyes?
Tá brincando comigo? Pegadinha.
Fudeu. Azul?
Yep. Not bad.
Ah,
But that's just your photographer's eye.
eu sou fotógrafo?
Just figured from your gear. A lot of photographers carry that backpack. Tell you what, Ansel Adams.
Tem uma escova de dente só.
Do me a favor and close the window, would you?
Tá bom.
That's better. Now, where were we?
Pra onde a gente vai mesmo? Vamos perguntar ainda.
Not much profit in talking geography with someone who doesn't know where he's going or where he's from.
É, eu não sei muito não.
But if you want to know, the trunk of this car is full of 4 bushels of raisins that I'm driving to my brother's place in Intercourse. That enough info for you, Copernicus?
Sei lá o que é Copérnico.
Yep,
Intercurso.
Intercourse, Pennsylvania. You're not going to believe this, but my other brother lives in Lampshade, Texas. I once picked up a guy who'd been to the Czech Republic. They've got some really weirdly named places over there, he was telling me. One place that means young celebrator of pain.
Credo.
The thing is, some of these places are 700 years old. I guess they didn't really know how to name places back then.
É complicado.
You know, when I was a kid, my brother and I used to drive our parents.
Ó, tem um número aqui.
Parents crazy on long drives like what you got there? Just a matchbook, huh? I figured it must have been something important
É nada.
because the window is still closed.
Você quebra a janela?
So, where were we?
A gente abre.
Our folks wouldn't let us listen to the radio in the car. So we used to make up these songs about food on long drives to pass the time. We had this one with about 30 verses, each about a different kind of grain.
Meu Deus.
There was this one time when we passed a billboard for this new kind of bread. Balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of balach bread. Oh yeah, that drove
Meu
Mom
Deus.
and Dad crazy.
Só os pais que
Come
deixam
on,
louco.
join in. In hell they have a hell a lot of balach bread.
Meu
In
Deus.
hell they have a hell a lot of balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of balach bread. In
Durma
hell they
louca,
have a hell a lot of balach bread.
Música chiclete. Tá me enlouquecendo. Caramba, que agora fudeu.
Actually, I'm beginning to understand my parents' perspective.
Maluco.
Getting older is funny. It's like reading a book where less and less happens, but the writing gets better and better.
Bem profundo.
Thanks. I got it from an app. It's this app with philosophical sayings. My wife got it for me to make me sound smarter. She had a way with words.
Trabalhavam fazendo com você?
Yeah. We used to have a strict division of labor back when we worked together. She would raise the grape from the time it appeared on the vine, and I'd step in as soon as it was time to start drying them. Our customers used to have fun with that. I'm the dry one, they'd say. Grapes attract a certain kind of person. A person who likes to tell jokes. Wine enthusiasts, tourists, people who like to talk.
Eu gosto de vinho, mas não gosto de ficar falando, não. Mas segue a vida.
There's a photo in that glove box there of us, standing in front of our trailer. It was in a magazine. One of those stories about vanishing farmers that always pulls heartstrings with the rest of the country.
Você pode se olhar?
Well, I never opened the glove box myself. It's kind of a superstition of mine.
Tá, eu posso abrir.
But help yourself.
Ah, é foto deles aí.
Hey, where'd you get that? That's not her. And that guy there, he looks like you.
Eita porra.
I don't know. I was going to ask you the same question, Copernicus. Did he... Who gave this to you?
Você é porta-luvas, não, meu?
Well, I guess it belongs to you. You'd better hold on to it.
Cruz, credo.
What woman?
Mulher da foto.
Well, oh, her. Well, hard to say. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it.
O almanac aí. Número 68 de 1954.
Well, hard to say. What's that black thing in the glove box anyway? See anything interesting there?
Mano, tem um moinho de vento aqui. Como eu tô vendo essa
A
merda?
windmill, eh? No idea.
Cara, o cara sabe de nada, mano. O carro tudo dele, tem tudo aqui, não sabe nada. Guys, a gente vai ficar nessa primeira pausa cênica aqui. Fizemos aqui a primeira viagem. Então, se vocês quiserem que a gente continue fazendo essa viagem aqui para saber mais sobre as histórias deles, parece que ele também está envolvido na história. Então, vocês deixaram aqui no comentário, deixaram um like, eu gostei. Se vocês tiverem muita visualização e se vocês gostarem do vídeo, deixar o curtir aí, a gente traz mais vídeo dele. Então é isso, guys, até o próximo vídeo. Valeu!